Hello everybody, it's Claire. Welcome back to my art journaling channel. So today I'm working in my square Dylusions journal on just one single page, and I decided I was going to use this magazine image as my focal point. So I'm just fussy cutting it out and just kind of working out where it's going to go on the page. So I've already applied a thin layer of gesso to the page as well, just to get the page ready for all the paint. So then I'm using a blending tool and some black acrylic paint. I think it's a Dina Wakley one, and I'm just kind of smooshing the paint onto the page, just in a couple of places, just to break up the white background. I am trying to leave some white space. Then I'm using this stencil. I think it's an Art by Marlene one, and I'm just adding some white on top of the black that I put on first. You notice that I keep popping the image back on just because I want to try and make sure that the area around that isn't too busy. Then I'm just adding a bit of collage paper with a little bit of text on. This is some of Dina Wakley's. I'm just using gel medium for that. So then I stuck the lady in using a glue stick. Actually, I don't think I have stuck her in yet. I think I've just popped her in place. And I decided I was going to put some circles on the page, and I was going to freehand paint them. Sorry about that wobble, I think I just caught the camera. But then I decided that I would use this stencil, also by Dina Wakley. I do use this quite a lot, it's great. I love circles, and this is a really quick way to add some quite bold circles onto your backgrounds. And I love the fact that there's so many different shapes on there. So then, once I'd done that, pretty certain that the lady is stuck in place this time. I'm just giving her some pink cheeks, and I'm just going to draw some slightly crazy glasses on her. I'm just using an ordinary black ink pen for this. This isn't a waterproof one, but I knew that I wasn't intending to use any more wet media on this page, so it didn't matter really that this wasn't waterproof. Obviously, if you were going to use more wet things on your page, then using a waterproof ink would be quite sensible. So then I'm using this stamp set by Darkroom Door, and it's called Alphabet Medley, and I'm just stamping out my words onto this piece of cardstock. It's craft cardstock. It's just a generic one that I got off Amazon. And then I am just positioning the words around the edge of the page. This was where I really started to not be sure where to put my words. My quote was quite big. I knew I wanted the words to be stamped out, but actually the words started to dominate the page, and I wanted the image to be the focal point, and I didn't want to disappear the background. So that's why, after all this faffing about and thinking, where am I going to put the words, I ended up putting them around the edge of the page. And that's why I've called this video Loving Your Mistakes, because I wasn't too happy with how it looked. But do you know what? Does it really matter? No, it doesn't, because one of the reasons that I art journal is because it is so good for your mental health, and it's good for getting clutter out of your mind, and I like to call it brain dumping, just getting things that are on your mind out onto paper, and that's the process that is so important. So loving your mistakes, it is important, and sometimes you do just have to go with it, because that's the reason why you're doing the journaling, for me, definitely. So I used a Pitt marker pen there and just added a few shadows, and then it's a bit of mark making. So there we go, there's the finished page. So learning to love your mistakes is important. Thanks for watching.